There are few things in this world as wonderful as a grove of ponderosa trees, particularly if it's in a southwest canyon with a creek running below. It's really only luck that I'm here today. The original plan was to go in miles down canyon at the mouth of the canyon, and I knew about this trail, but I figured it would be under snow to get here, and spring is like prime time for getting stuck. Soft snow, mud, and usually I'm looking for the hike to be the adventure and not the drive-in, so I elected to go down below, and I got to the trailhead and there was like 5 cars there, which already is problematic, and I was sitting there trying to decide if those cars were from people putting in or taking out on the river, canoeing or rafting. While I was doing that and reshaping my hat brim here, another car pulled in, a guy got out with a backpack, and I'm not going to do that. So, it was as easy as texting Scott and saying I'm going to go see if the road is passable into the Marijuana Grow Trail, and so named because we discovered an abandoned marijuana grow in the canyon bottom here a few years ago. And I am kind of above snow line here, but only on the northern aspects. Luckily, the entire road in fact, the section of trail up to this point is all on a south-facing aspect. So I've had no trouble with conditions that were difficult to travel in, vehicle or foot. So at any rate, I'm just lucky to be at exactly the right altitude for this time of year. Maybe a week earlier and I wouldn't have been able to get in, but at any rate, it's a beautiful spring day. The temperature's perfect, and we'll see what we'll see. It's just kind of a moseying kind of day, not in a big rush to get up into the meadow where I'm headed. And I've been looking at all kinds of cat tracks, and we'll just keep moseying. Well, this is what I've been looking for, bear sign, although I don't think this was this spring. A neighbor tells me that over at his place there's been a bear that was kind of up and about all winter, just on account of how mild it was. So this might have been sometime, since January or something. I don't know. Mostly all I've been seeing is lion tracks and just a few elk tracks. Well, this one looks a little fresher. There it is. First bear track of spring. Mission accomplished. Now hopefully we'll get lucky and see the critter himself. It would be natural to think that because of his size, bear makes really deep footprints, but most of the time this is all you see right here, that just kind of flattened spot. If I look real closely I can make out the toe prints headed towards me, but it's about all you get. So, and I can see good track spacing. There's another one, and I can alternate up the trail, but a lot of the time all you get is just a series of flat spots when you're on the trail of bear. This is what trackers call transference. This old bear stepped right here, got some mud on his paws, and then you can follow the muddy paw prints across this snow right here. So that's when whatever you're tracking moves from one medium to another, there is oftentimes the opportunity for the previous medium to be tracked across the next medium. This is a spot here where a bear pulled this little log aside to forage underneath it, and in so doing knocked the tree over. This is a beautiful, beautiful confluence here. The beavers have done a lot of good work since last I was here, creating more and more meadows. Heck, before too long there'll be moose up in here. Maybe there is now. They are definitely expanding throughout southwest Colorado, and this is prime habitat for them. Huskies don't like bridges, it turns out. At least this one, anyhow. Think those ducks are gonna come back, Rock? Huh? There's something else down there. You smell beaver? They've sure been busy. They're bound to be down there somewhere. Last time I was in this valley, it was like nightfall when I got here, and the temperature dropped really quickly. That was actually kind of a cold, I'm not gonna say miserable, but it was one of those nights where I never felt like I got ahead of it. But at any rate, it's nice to be here mid-afternoon and have plenty of time to listen to the creek down there and see if any animals happen by, and just enjoy being the first person in here this spring. It's without a doubt, based on the complete lack of tracks and the snow drifts that I crossed on the way in. For now, it's pretty wild. And that is the sound Beaver makes when he's letting people know something to be cautious about. It got cold enough last night that the ice reformed on the river a little bit. Not completely, but it made ground. Rocky's busy licking the frost off of the tent. It was kind of cool. I've never really, I've seen beavers, but to really be able to see them long term and kind of be where they were comfortable doing their thing was neat. They were making noise long into the night. I don't know what time they go to bed, but they were up for a long time after I was, anyhow. It's cool here now, but boy, once that sun comes over the ridge, it'll warm up pretty quickly. It's a good time of year.